Hey everyone, it's Michelle and today we're going to be doing a very casual, chatty, get ready with me, and I'm also going to be sharing my everyday makeup routine. I don't usually do makeup beauty related videos aside from like skincare, but I don't know, I've been playing around with makeup lately, so I feel like I found a routine for me that's very like simple, convenient, and quick. And I'm also going to be sharing all of the products that I use that I really enjoy using, because I feel like the products that you use actually make a difference and help you enjoy the process more. So I can't wait to share everything with you guys, so let's just jump right into it. Alright, so I guess the first thing that I should mention is I got bangs, which if you only follow me on YouTube, then this would probably be a surprise to you, but I cut my hair mid to late November. So I've had bangs for about 2 months now, and it's actually been quite fun. I did cut them myself actually at home. One day I was just feeling very spontaneous. I'm scared. What if I mess it up? But I really just wanted bangs to change up my look. Right now I'm just gathering my bangs and I'm going to be using this self-holding hair roller to hold my bangs and keep them out of my face. Okay, so I have all of my makeup here. I pretty much keep all of my makeup in these 2 bags. This is like my everyday bag, and this bag holds all of the rest of my makeup, like stuff that I don't wear every day, like foundation, primer, powder. So the first thing that I do is moisturize my lips because I get really dry lips. So I just use Aquaphor's lip repair, and it actually helps to keep my lips moisturized, because some lip balms you put them on and then your lips feel dry again after like an hour, but this one actually keeps my lips hydrated throughout the day. And then the next thing that I do always is my brows. I feel like out of everything, eyebrows are the most important to me. So I'm going to be taking my Arches and Halos brow powder, and I got this at Target. This is by Tanya Crooks. I was looking for a new brow powder because my previous one broke and got everywhere in my makeup bag and it was such a mess. So I saw this one on Target, and I just take this really cheapy eyebrow brush that I got in a set of makeup brushes off of Amazon, and I just fill in my brows. I like using powder more than pencil or gel because I feel like it gives me a more natural finish. I feel like with pencils, I tend to use a really heavy hand and it just ends up looking way too dark for me. Maybe I should just get a lighter color. I don't know, but I like how powders are very buildable, and I also like this product because it's very small and compact, and I got this in the color charcoal, which comes with a dark brown shade and a more medium brown, so I usually just mix the two. So I use this to just darken my brows really. I think I'm gonna bring you guys a little bit closer. Hello! That way you have a better view of what I'm doing. There are still some sparse areas in my brows, so I like to take this Revlon Brow Fantasy. This is in the color dark brown, and it has one side that is a pencil and the other side is a gel. So I'll go in with the pencil side first and fill in any spots. I feel like the camera picks up so many more imperfections that I don't see in real life, so I like to keep checking back in the viewfinder to see if everything looks good. And then I take the gel side and lay all of the hairs down. So if I were doing a very quick, need to get out of the door as soon as possible type of look, then I would go straight to mascara. But because I'm going to be filming later, I want to do more of a full face. So I'm going to do eyeshadow right now. And this is my favorite product for eyeshadow. It is from Kaja Beauty, and it is their Beauty Bento eyeshadow trio. This is in Orange Blossom, very travel friendly, makeup bag friendly. It's a little stack of 3 eyeshadows. This one has 3 shimmery shadows in like a orangey peachy color. What I like to do is take the very last shade, which is like a golden brown shimmer shade. So I like to just take it with my finger and apply it all over my lids. But I do like this one because it's more of a natural brown and it's not too dark. It's really good for everyday wear. That's literally just one swipe and you can already tell how shimmery it is. And I really like using my fingers because I'm too lazy to wash makeup brushes constantly, so I just would rather use my fingers. And then I'll just like blend out the edges with my clean finger. And my eyes are kind of hooded, so if I put eyeshadow on the lid and I open my eyes, it disappears. So I always make sure to bring the eyeshadow a lot further up above my crease so that it's visible, or else you wouldn't be able to see it at all. Okay, so that's pretty much the base of our eyeshadow. It gives my lids like a nice brown coppery color, and I really like the shimmer. I love a good shimmery eyeshadow. And then I also want to add a little inner corner highlight, so I'm going to take the first shade in the Orange Blossom stack and use my pinky finger to just grab a little bit of product and then just apply a little bit to the inner corner. And then I like to take their Chocolate Dahlia stack and go for the very last shade, which is a dark brown neutral cocoa shade. Take my pinky finger again. I wiped off the extra shadow on like this Kleenex. I always have like Kleenex or like paper towels next to me while I'm doing my makeup, because since I use my fingers for like everything, whenever I'm switching to a new product, I always wipe off my fingers to make sure that it's nice and clean before I touch my face again. So I'm taking a little bit on my pinky and running that along my bottom lash line, starting from the outer corner. That was just to like balance out the eyes. And now I am going to move on to eyeliner. And again, I'm using something from Kaja, and I never ever used to do eyeliner because it was just way too hard. I could never get the wings to match, but when I found this product, it literally changed my life. So this is the Wing Stamp eyeliner stamp and pen. So it comes with this purple wing stamp, so it literally stamps on the wing, and then it also comes with a felt tip liquid eyeliner, which you would of course draw the rest of your eyeliner with. This thing is a freaking game changer. I hated doing my eyeliner before, but now I love it because it's so fun. It makes it so much faster for me too. If you're a beginner with eyeliner, or you just like can't get your wings to match, then I super recommend getting this. Okay, so I'm gonna take the stamp and I'm doing my right side first. So you can see that it is labeled right, and this side is labeled left. So it makes it really easy to know which side is for which eye. Okay, there. Do you see it? It's stamped on my wing. I'm gonna do the same thing with my left eye. I'm gonna try and get the angle to match. Okay, so that one is a little more upturned than the other side, but it's okay. We can just fix it with the liner. But just getting that wing is the hardest thing for me. So just the fact that it can do that for me is a huge plus. So now I'm gonna go in with the felt tip liner and line the rest of my eye, fix up the wing a little bit. And I'm not gonna talk for this because I need full concentration. Okay, I can breathe again. All right, so the wings aren't perfect, but it's close enough for me. And this is way better than anything that I would be able to do free-handed, so I'll take it. The other cool thing is that this set is waterproof, it is smudge proof, so I highly recommend this, especially if you're a beginner like I am. Yes, I could just learn how to perfect the cat eye, but I don't know, man, it's really hard. All right, now that we've got our liner, we're gonna move on to mascara. So I'm gonna curl my lashes, and this is a very old and janky eyelash curler that I got maybe like 7 years ago when I was still in high school. But it works, it gets the job done. I'm using L'Oreal's Telescopic Mascara in their waterproof formula. And this is a really cool mascara because the brush is super thin. The bristles are also very thin, and it helps you coat each individual eyelash. And this mascara is really good at lengthening, which is what I prefer. So I start from the very base of my eyelashes and wiggle it upward, and this helps the bristles get between each individual lash and separate each lash so that it looks fuller. And I always look down in my mirror when I'm doing this because I feel like it prevents the mascara from getting on your eyelid and messing up your eyeshadow. And then without dipping my wand back into the tube, I like to take whatever is left and apply it to my bottom lashes. And I also never used to put mascara on my bottom lashes, but then I realized my eyes look super unbalanced with mascara on the top and none at the bottom. So that's why I started putting on mascara at the bottom. Sometimes I like to add a second coat, mainly just targeting the tips of my lashes to make them look a little longer. And then if my lashes are looking a little funky, then I'll go in and brush them out with this little spoolie that I took from Sephora because they have a bunch lying around. So I just grabbed a bunch. So I just like run it through. And I always struggle with my right eye more than my left eye because I tend to rub my right eye more than my left eye. And because I do that, the lashes on this eye are all messed up, especially compared to my left one, which you will see in a second. So that's why this eye always takes me so long to do. Don't rub your eyes, kids. Now we're gonna repeat the process on our left eye. And I always use waterproof because if I don't, then my lashes, after I curl them, even though I curl them, they will just slowly start to go back down to their straight natural position throughout the day, which I do not want. Okay, so I feel like you can immediately see the difference in my lashes. My left eye is way more even than my right eye. I don't know if you guys can tell. And then I'm taking the leftover product and putting that on my bottom lashes. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the eye makeup. It's very simple. Now that we're done with that, we're gonna move on to our face. So I just washed my hands because we're gonna be using our hands again. Wow, surprise. I feel like I just saw a light. I don't have any lights on right now. Anyway, the first thing that I'm gonna do is prime my face with the e.l.f. Blemish Control Face Primer, and it has 2% salicylic acid in it to prevent acne and breakouts. So I like to put this all over my face first. So I usually just like to focus this all over my cheeks because my skin is very acne prone, as you can tell. So this is just a nice first layer to have to make sure that my skin stays protected. I'm gonna put a little bit more above my lip and on my chin. Those are all of my breakout areas. Basically everything from my eyebrows down. My forehead is fine, but like everything else is acne prone. Welcome to my life. And then we're gonna use Maybelline's Master Primer, and this just helps to blur and minimize the appearance of your pores. So I'm just gonna take a little bit and put it all over my cheeks. I have ginormous pores. I think it's genetics because my mom and my dad both have very large pores as well. And I also put it on my nose, and then I'm gonna conceal. I don't know if you're supposed to conceal before or after foundation. I actually kind of do both, but I like to do it before foundation because I feel like the foundation evens out your skin tone. And then if you put concealer on top of that, especially if you have spots like me, then it might make your skin tone look uneven again. I don't know. That's just in my head. That's just what I'm thinking. So that's why I do concealer first. And I'm using Wet n Wild's Photo Focus Concealer in medium peach. Usually what I like to do is put it on the back of my hand first and then apply it to my face instead of directly applying it to my face using the wand, because I feel like this is more sanitary. So I'm just going to spot conceal wherever I have redness or dark spots. If I'm going for a very natural look or I just don't have a lot of time, then I will just apply concealer to my dark spots and make sure that I blend it out really well, especially around the edges, just so that it blends in better with my skin tone. I like this concealer because it has pretty good coverage. It's really easy to blend out. Okay, so I just put a little bit of concealer on and already my complexion is looking a lot better. And I feel like this really matches my skin tone as well. Moving on to foundation, and I'm using Maybelline Fit Me's Matte and Poreless Foundation, and I'm in the color 310 Sun Beige. So I like to apply it with my fingers first and then go in with a sponge. This is a Real Techniques sponge, and then blend it out. The coverage of this foundation isn't super heavy either, which I'm honestly fine with. Okay, so now that we have our foundation on, I'm going to move on to blush, and I'm really excited for this because I am going to be using my Glossier Cloud Paints. So I bought two recently, and I really wanted a blush that I could use with my fingers because, like I mentioned, I like putting on makeup with my fingers. So these were just like perfect for that. They're like liquid blushes, and I got one in the color Storm and one in Dusk. Storm is like a rose color and Dusk is more of a peachy colored blush. I think I'm gonna go with Storm. I usually go with Dusk but I think I'm gonna change it up today. As always, I just like put it on the back of my hand. A little bit goes a long way with these, so I just grab a little bit and apply them to my cheeks. And it blends out super nicely. I used to not put any blush on, but then after looking at pictures of me with foundation with no blush, I just looked kind of dead and colorless. So I was like, okay, yeah, I need to find a blush that just gives like the perfect little flush of color. It looks so intimidating and dark at first, but then if you keep blending it out, then it diffuses really nicely. Then I'm gonna put a little bit more. And now we're gonna do highlights. So this has been my favorite highlight. I don't really like my highlight to be too blinding because I do tend to get kind of oily throughout the day. I like to use Kaja Beauty's Mochi Glow highlighter. This is in Toy Alien. So it's pretty cool because it's like kind of bouncy and squishy, like actual mochi. It does have a pretty good color payoff as well. I just take some on my fingers and pat it into my skin. Put some on the tip of my nose, and then the Cupid's bow. Wow, so cute. So I usually skip powder because I don't want to clean my makeup brushes. But if I do use powder, then I'll just use the Maybelline Fit Me in the same color as my foundation. I usually skip bronzer or contour as well because it always just looks really muddy on my face. I don't know how to get that chiseled look, so I kind of just skip it. So now we're gonna move on to our final step, which is lips. Usually I just like to wear chapstick or like a clear gloss. This is e.l.f.'s lip lacquer because I don't know, I just can't find a good lip color that suits me. But if I want a little bit of color, I'll use Kaja's Mood Bomb. This is in First Thing, and it's cool because this is like mood rings where it changes color once it hits your lips. So in the tube, it looks like this bright orange, but on your lips, it looks like a peachy pink. So it's pretty cool because it like reacts with your body's temperature to create a unique color specific to your body. And then I like to add a little bit more gloss to my lips. So I'll just add a little bit of lip gloss, and that's pretty much it for my final look. So let's just wipe our hands clean. Take this out. Oh, quiet. Fix this up a little bit. Okay, and there's the finished makeup look. Very simple, quick and easy, beginner friendly, travel friendly. And now I think I want to quickly do my hair as well. Let's do that, shall we? Alright you guys, so I just changed into the outfit that I'm gonna wear during my room tour. It should be out by the time that you see this video, so you can click the link up here or in the description box to go watch it. But this is the final makeup look and the hair. It is very curly and I honestly love that. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. So that's it for now, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!